This one's special in that because normally you have to have a full height, so cross-sectional area measurements being made at. My know there's no way to actually know without measuring what the actual cross-sectional area is.
Yeah. So I work for SCS, Fluid Conservation Service. And we work in wastewater level monitoring. So we have a couple different sensors that can go in sewers and detect if there's an infiltration event, if there's too much, the water level's too high, and then it'll transmit back to your phone or to your email and tell you if there's something to look at. Yeah, if there's a blockage, you can go out so you don't have to constantly check and send people out to the sewer. Yeah. Yeah, so this one is a more cost-effective alternative, and essentially it'll hang in the sewer, and if the water level rises because of a blockage or because of an I&I event, there's normally a counterweight here, and it'll turn when the water level gets higher, so it'll go like this, and then it'll alarm to you, to your phone, and let you know that something's happening in this manhole.
올라가면 이렇게 돼서 수위가 올라가면 이게 이렇게 기울어지면서 그걸 알게 돼서 우리한테 알람이 온다고 합니다.
Yeah, this is for water, for wastewater.
그런 제품이군요.
Here has a detector and flow home.
What was that?
In here has a detector and
detect.
Hello, where are you from?
Poughkeepsie, New York.
We are from South Korea in Yeongnam University to visit conference here.
Okay. I actually have my Korean colleague is over there. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Here, let me get him to come over. Jay.
혹시 한국 사람이세요? 안녕하세요. 영남대학교에서 나왔습니다. 안녕하세요. 그럼 혹시 이거 어떤 건지 좀 설명 부탁드릴 수 있을까요? 영어로 들으시죠.
So this is a screen, right? This is the first defense in water filtration. Okay, So what this essentially does is your water comes through here, right? We're gonna put this here. If there's something that stops it, it's gonna stop, and then it's gonna reverse the spin, right? So that's the technology that we have here, right? And basically what you're doing is those bars in the back, they can change in the width that you're looking at. We can make them thinner, wider. Depends on where you want to put this machine, right? So most wastewater, but I also have like Coca-Cola has one of these machines. There's other facilities that use it. Farms use it. It just depends. Whoever has wastewater, they'll use this machine, right? So other than that, this is essentially what it does. It scoops up the stuff, and on the back, it drops it to the back. And then our other machinery takes it away. We have conveyors and screens that do that, right? So if you see here, it comes over, it'll fall back, and if you come around to this backside, this is the chute. So it'll fall from there. This is usually not there. This is just for this display right here. But this will drop into one of these machines, and then it'll transport it for you wherever you need it to go. Okay. We also make that machine right there. It's called a perforator. So that machine will it's kind of just like this, but it's no rakes. It'll just scoop it and take the water out of it, right? That's for like real light machinery, real light work. This is a little more heavy material.
What country?
We're from Texas, from Houston. We're the next state over. But we are in 42 different countries currently, right? This machine is in the Philippines, it's in Thailand, it's in India, it's in different places like that. Right? So, all over the place, yeah. So if you look at this screen, right, these are the same screens that you're looking at there, but bigger. 100 foot long, 12 feet wide, right? So they're all different, but it's the same thing. So we make it custom per site, right? This is the top, just like that, but this goes into the ground, right? So there's different sites. So you see here how it's scooping it up, then it drops it over, right? And this is for like wet wipes and stuff. This is the biggest problem that we're facing right now is this wet wipes, right? Because these don't get demolished in the water, they stay. So these things, they'll clog up your sewers and stuff like that. You have big issues there, right? See, wipes are dropping into the sewer here. So they're having to, so these yellow ones are ones that we threw into the system so we can catch them and so we can see, okay, how many it's catching. That's what this test was, right? This is for a test, yeah. So, and then you see here all the water flowing, the same rakes on the bottom going up. I mean, we sell places that have 10 machines, 100 foot each, right? So there's different places that we do it. So this one is very small. It's one of our smaller ones. And some places use a small one like that. It just depends on your use case, right? So that stuff is this stuff right here, right? So this is another way of cleaning the wastewater. This is for more organic stuff. So you'll kind of see right here, it's the process of what's going on.
Microorganism is a grow of it.
Yes, exactly, yeah. So that's what this does. We take away all different types of material from the water that way. And we can convert it into energy. We convert it into natural gas. If it's a methane, if it's ammonia, we can change it for that. So this is a very new technology, but it's catching on a lot because it's cheap and it's efficient, right? Like you can get a lot done with just this plastic right here. So I think we sourced these from China somewhere, and this is like readily available, but there's some chemical process that we add to make it work, right? So it's not just I throw a bunch of plastic, it's gonna work. We have to put some chemicals and some activators in there to make this stuff work for us, right?
Basically, your dewatered sludge is coming in on that end of the dryer. It's being conveyed down on a top belt, and then it drops down to a lower belt and goes to the the front end of the dryer and it's discharged. So the sludge entering the dryer is what they call a cake.
Yeah.
Maybe 20% dry solids, 80% water, and then it exits the dryer at about 90% dry solids. So this dryer is using hot water as its heating medium, and the air is being circulated throughout the dryer cabinet through these fans on top of the dryer cabinet. The hot, humid air is leaving the dryer here. It's being sent through a condenser to dehumidify the air. And then you have more or less dry air going back into the dryer.
And
The hot water heat exchangers are inside the dryer cabinet. Yeah, this is sludge drying right here. The material pretty much comes out looking like that. This is dried product. This is kind of dried out, but that's, well,
not right now.
it's dried product.
So in Blue White, we are a chemical feed company and flow measurement. These are our peristaltic pumps that you see here, M series and A series peristaltic pumps with quick disconnects. So they could do a range of max pressure up to 125 psi. And we are a family-owned company in Huntington Beach. And where are you guys from? The chemical would come in, and this would get a signal to see how much you want for how slow or how fast. It would speed up and down. Pressure gauge is type pressure. The flow meter would tell you to make sure how accurate that how much chemical you are getting. That way you could send it back to your PLC controller. Yeah, for wastewater to clean that. Also for drinking water. Process is it's peristaltic, this technology. So what it does, the roller goes against a tube. There's a tube, and it compresses it, and it creates a suction, kind of like a straw, when you're drinking soda or water, and it creates a suction, and then it feeds it. Like I said, you could decrease it, so you can see more of the process. So it's going to squeeze the tube, and so that'll be that precise feed rate that you want to for your system. So you're going to be treating different amounts of water or wastewater, right? So if you need a lot of chemical, then you just got to speed it up. But if it's a slow water, then you got to slow it down. Or else you put too much chemical, and then that wouldn't be good, because then people at their house, they get a lot of chemical instead of clean water.
We manufacture liquid solid separation, and these are one of our products. Centrifuges are one, right? We also have drum filters. We do dryers. So this could be food storage. They could be food grade dryers. We do a lot of starches and such. All different types of dryers. These are filtering centrifuges. So whether we do anything here from Bayer aspirin, we do Roundup chemicals, we do a lot of different chemicals. There's a lot of petrochemical. Let's see here. These are the dryers we're talking about, fluid bed and belt dryers, the big drum dryers. So when we take the industrial waste or municipal waste, we can dry it. Like for environmental waste, we dry it, make little pellets, and they use that for fertilizer, for grass, and different things. This is one of our decanters right here running. So you're separating the liquids from the solids. So the solids get fed in and go through, and they separate. The liquid comes out one end, the solid comes out the other.
그 생물학 반응조라고 있어요. 알고 계시죠? 거기에 대해서 뭐 다른 얘기로 포기조라고 얘기해서 미생물을 투입을 해서 그 미생물들을 뭐죠? 거기서 뭐 슬러지를 만드는 그런 공정이 있어요. 그런 공정이 있는데 거기는 미생물들 잘 살라 그러면 산소를 공급해 줘야 되죠. 그죠? 어항에다가 산소 공급기 옆에서 물방울을 넣는 거하고 똑같아요. 이것도 마찬가지로 거기다가 그 수조에 폐수 처리장 수조에 산소를 공급해 주는 역할을 하는 거예요. 산소 공급기. 어항에 아니죠. 그 산소 공급기, 어항의 산소 공급기가 커진 거죠. 수조가 엄청 크니까 거기에 이제 산소 공급기입니다. 그런데 예전에 이제 산소 공급기는 용접 타입이라 그래서 이렇게 롤러 방식으로 돼 있는 블로어를 썼어요. 대기압이 1기압이라 그러잖아요. 그 진공이 0입니다. 그렇죠. 그래서 이제 보통 압력을 얘기할 때 지금 얘기하는 건 절대압이라고 얘기하고 보통은 그 게이지압이라 해서 차압을 얘기를 하거든요. 그래서 블로어를 얘기할 때도 마찬가지로 무슨 뭐 한 1바다 그거는 전부 게이지압을 얘기하는 거예요. 절대압으로 2바. 지금에는 대기압보다 이만큼 높은 압력을 내는 기계라는 뜻이에요. 수압을 1m당 0.1바. 그러면 10m 달려있으면 1바. 그래서 장비를 선정해서 이제 들어가는 거예요. 그런데 아까 이제 용접 타입하고 저희 사고 방식하고는 효율 차이가 20에서 30% 나요. 그만큼 에너지를 절감할 수 있다는 건데 저희 제품을 보면 이게 고속으로 돌아야 되거든요. 이거는 고속으로 돌아야 의미가 있는 장비입니다. 근데 저희 제품은 증속 계열을 없애고 모터 자체를 36,000rpm으로 돌리는 거예요. 그러면 베어링이 못 견디거든요. 그래서 에어 베어링을 채용한 거예요. 에어 베어링을 채용하니까 기름이 안 들어가잖아요. 기름이 안 들어가니까 친환경 제품이 됩니다. 됐죠? 그리고 이거를 이제 36,000으로 돌리려 그러면 일반적으로는 돌릴 수가 없고 인버터라고 하는 스페셜한 드라이버가 필요합니다. 그래서 인버터로 속도 제어를 가능하기 때문에 이런 세 가지 효과를 이제 그리고 베어링 자체는 그 공기로 윤활하는 거기 때문에 비접촉 방식이거든요. 그래서 그걸 다 합치면 여기 나온 대로 맥스 59.5% 에너지 절감이 될 수 있고 최소 30% 에너지 절감이 될 수 있는 친환경 장비가 되는 거죠.